Going to number 12, it says solve the equation and to choose the method you prefer to use. So let's take a look at it. So what we need to do is make these fractions have the same denominator. Now, define what the common denominator is simply multiply the 2 and the 3 together and we get 6. So now, in order to make this a 6, we multiply this by 3. 3 times 2 is 6. We're going to have both denominators be the same, being 6. So to make both of these 6, we got to multiply 2 by a number that will give you 6. 2 times 3 is 6. So whatever we multiply the bottom by, we have to multiply the top by. So multiply this by 3, you have 3b. To make this 3 is 6, you multiply it by 2. So you got to multiply both the top and the bottom by 2. 1 times 2 is 2. Now at this point, to get rid of the fractions, we need to multiply each and every term by that denominator of 6. So multiply each of these by 6. When you multiply a fraction by its denominator, you're just left with the numerator. So 3b over 6 times 6 is 3b. 6 times 2 over 6 is 2. And then 17 times 6 is 102. From there, we just subtract both sides by 2. And we get 100. And then from there, we divide both sides by 3. And we get 100 over 3. And that would be the answer. So let's type it in. So 100 over 3 is the answer for number 12. 13, it says solve the equation. So let's take a closer look at it. So don't let the decimals confuse you, just follow the same steps. So we would add 5 to both sides to get the term with the variable by itself. So we add 5 and we get 1.16g equals 5.22. Divide both sides by 1.16, we get g equals 4.5. So let's type it in. Typing it in, and you get 4.5 for number 13. Number 15 says solve the equation. Let's take a look at it. So what we need to do first is distribute this negative into the parentheses. So this will become negative 4n minus 5. Okay, from there, we combine our like terms. 8n and negative 4n are like terms. 8n minus 4n is 4n. From there, we add 5 to both sides, and we get 4n equals 20. Divide both sides by 4, we get n equals 5. And that's going to be the answer. Typing it in, and that is the answer for number 15. Angie and Kenny play online video games. Angie buys 1 software package and 2 months of gameplay. Kenny buys 1 software package and 6 months of gameplay. Each software package costs $35. If their total cost is $206, what is the cost of 1 month of gameplay? The first thing we need to do is establish our variables. Let's have S equaling the cost of 1 software package and G equaling the cost of 1 month of gameplay. Now we need to create 2 expressions representing Angie's and Kenny's purchases. So Angie buys 1 software package, so 1S, and 2 months of gameplay, so 1S, S for software package, and 2G, G for gameplay, months of gameplay. Kenny buys 1 software package, but he purchases 6 months of gameplay, so 6G. So now we're told each software package costs $35, and Angie and Kenny have a combined cost of $206. So let's add up our expressions. 1S plus 1S is 2S, and 2G plus 6G is 8G. And this amount equals 206, which is their total cost in dollars. Now we're told, again, that each software package is $35. So S equals 35. So let's take the S out and replace it with 35. Now 2 times 35 is 70. 70 plus 8G equals 206. Subtract 70 on both sides, you'll get 8g equals 136. Divide both sides by 8, and g is going to equal 17. And $17 would be the cost of 1 month of gameplay. Typing in the answer, we have 17. Number 17, it says find the value of x. Let's take a look at it. So to find x, we got to look at our hint, which says the sum of the angle measures of a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. A quadrilateral is a four-sided figure, which this is. If all four angles add up to 360, then it lends the reason that half of the quadrilateral will have a degree measure of half of 360, which will be 180. That means we're going to add these two angles up and set them equal to 180 because the sum of these two angles would be 180. Now we combine our like terms, which is 3x and 5x, and get 8x. Subtract 20 on both sides, I will get 160. Divide both sides by 8, and I'll get 20. So x is going to equal 20 for this one, and that's going to be the answer. Typing in the answer, we get 20. That's the answer. Number 18, you have $60 in your bank account. Each week, you plan to deposit $7 from your allowance and $20 from your paycheck. The equation B equals 60 plus, in parentheses, 20 plus 7W gives the amount B in your account after W weeks. How many weeks from now will you have $215 in your bank account? Well, let's see. The first thing I'm going to do is write down my equation. Now, B is the amount of money in my account after W weeks. Now, the question we're given is how many weeks from now will I have $215 in my bank account? So that means $215 is B, and I'm solving for W to find the amount of weeks. So now I combine the 20 plus 7 and get 27. Then I subtract 60 from both sides, and I get 155. I divide both sides by 27, and I'm going to get a decimal. Now I have to round up, because if I round down, the number I have for weeks will give me a total that will be less than $215. So my answer is going to be 6. So it's going to be 6 weeks. That's my answer. And then my answer will be 6. And that is number 18.